I've been given the gift of desperation.
Talk on that a little bit
Explain
more.
that, yeah.
Well, it's like being at the end. It's like there's nothing left. It's like it's either this or I'm dead. I'm done. And so that's what's really fueled my recovery. I know yours too. It's like there's a desperation. There's a hunger to get it right and not to ever go back again. So I really do look at that desperate moment as a gift. And you hear that a lot in the recovery community, that you know the gift of desperation. And it really makes sense. Because it's like if there's a way out. I mean, we're wired in such a way. Unfortunately, we're like water. We take the path of least resistance. And you know, if you've raised kids, you know that without your guidance and you know discretion and correction and education, they'll run amok. You know, they will get away with everything they can get away with. It's just that wicked heart that we have.
Man, you saying that just triggered a quote from.
Triggered.
Sorry, I don't know if that's whatever. But it's I heard it first from this Franciscan monk named Richard Rohr, but he was talking about Julian of Norwich, and she was talking, or I don't even know if Julian is a man or a woman. Sorry, but he was talking about grace, and he says it's like first the fall and then the recovery from the fall, and he says both are the mercy of God.
Yeah.
Which I just think is, we a lot of times think the fall, like that's not God, but like grace is just the mercy from the recovery from it.
Right.
And it's like, but both are actually the mercy of God in your life.
Both gifts.
And it's like,
Yeah.
and I don't know if I've heard that quote a couple times, and I don't know if it ever just landed really the way until you just said that.
Cool.
About that
Love
desperation. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, so we just feel so privileged and honored to, have literally been with thousands and thousands of families with the work that we've done to give them hope, to guide and direct, to share our testimony. But we're so humbled because the feedback that we get literally with, almost every single intervention or family program that we've done is like, that was amazing. I had no idea, or, you saved our life, and it's like, yeah, we're just, a piece of the puzzle is all we are. And so God didn't waste anything. Any of the mess that we both made, he didn't waste any of it. And we're still not done. It's still this journey. And to think about too, we're not immune from everything. We have a daughter who we put in treatment 5 times, still a mess. We lost a nephew, lost a mom. We have a granddaughter who did some mental health treatment. The list goes on. We have so many skeletons. A closet's not big enough. We need the shed in the back, and it's overflowing. And so it just allows us to walk people down a road that we've walked. It's hard to lead somebody down a road you haven't walked. And so that's just, we've utilized that as an asset versus something that we're embarrassed by.
There's a level of empathy that you have to be able to bring into every conversation.
Yeah.
It's even more than empathy, because empathy is like putting yourself in somebody else's shoes, but like you've literally walked.
Well, but that can be a double-edged sword though too, because at least for me, because I'm real black and white, matter of fact. Recovery is so super important to me because I literally lost everything, and more than once. We had some rocky roads for a while too, when I was struggling and relapsed and get back on my feet again, and so it's super important to me. And I find that too often people don't take it as seriously as I think they're supposed to. It's the only life-threatening issue. You think about the thousands of people that die every year from dysfunction. Drug and alcohol, over 100,000. But what about the mental health, the suicide, the eating disorder, the everything, the destruction that this thing, dysfunction, creates? And yet we as a people, we minimize it, we downplay it, we negotiate over it, we're afraid of it. And it's like, really? It's like we are in battle, and it's all masqueraded as the enemy. All of that is like the foothold the enemy has on all of us. And so, as believers, we're called to be warriors on this side of heaven. Who knows? Maybe we'll be warriors on the other side of heaven too. I don't know, but we're in battle. And so that's what we're fighting. We're fighting in the trenches, and with confidence, without fear.